Do you ever feel like you're constantly walking on eggshells, terrified of disappointing others? Like your own needs always come last? If you find yourself saying yes when you desperately want to say no, you might be dealing with what's often called the people-pleasing syndrome. And trust me, you are not alone in this. This isn't about just being a nice person. It's a deep-seated pattern that can leave you feeling drained, anxious, and completely disconnected from who you really are. But the good news is, it's a pattern that can be understood, and more importantly, changed. Today, we're going to dive deep into where this comes from, how it impacts your life, and most crucially, how you can begin the journey of healing and reclaiming your authentic self. Let's start at the beginning, because for most of us, that's where this pattern took root. In childhood. Imagine being a child. Your entire world revolves around your caregivers. Your survival, both physical and emotional, depends on their love and approval. Now, what happens when that love feels conditional? What if you learned very early on that affection and acceptance weren't freely given, but had to be earned? Maybe you got praise only when you were good, quiet, or didn't cause any trouble. Maybe you had a parent who was emotionally distant or inconsistent, so you learned that the only way to get their attention was to be perfectly behaved, to anticipate their needs, and to never, ever be a burden. In these environments, people-pleasing isn't a personality flaw. It becomes a brilliant survival mechanism. Your young mind figures out a simple, powerful equation. If I make everyone happy, I will be safe. If I'm compliant, I will be loved. If I don't cause any problems, I won't be rejected or punished. You become an expert at reading the room, at sensing the emotional temperature, and at shape-shifting your own feelings and desires to match what others expect of you. This isn't a conscious choice. It's a subconscious strategy to secure your place in the family unit and avoid the terrifying feeling of abandonment. You learned that your needs were secondary, and that the path to love was paved with self-sacrifice. As we grow into adults, this survival strategy doesn't just disappear. It gets hardwired into our relational DNA. The fear that drove us as children, the fear of being abandoned, criticized, or deemed unlovable, lingers. It morphs into a constant low-level anxiety in our adult relationships. The core belief becomes, if I say no, if I set a boundary, if I express a different opinion, they will leave me. I will lose their love. This fear is so powerful that it can lead us to bend ourselves into pretzels to fit others' expectations. We agree to plans we don't want, take on work that isn't ours, and silence our own voices to keep the peace. The tragic irony is that this relentless effort to secure love often leads to the exact opposite of what we crave: genuine connection. When you're constantly wearing a mask of agreeableness, people don't fall in love with you. They fall in love with the compliant, easygoing version of you that you present. This creates relationships that feel superficial and hollow. You might be surrounded by people, yet feel profoundly lonely, because no one knows the real you, including, sometimes, yourself. This constant performance is exhausting. It leads to burnout, resentment that simmers just below the surface, and a growing sense of disconnection from your own desires, values, and intuition. You end up living a life designed by others, wondering why you feel so unfulfilled. So, how do we begin to heal? The journey starts with a radical act of self-compassion. It involves looking back at that little kid who learned to please as a way to survive, and instead of judging them, thanking them for keeping you safe. Healing requires us to gently and bravely unlearn those childhood lessons. The core task is to challenge the fundamental belief that love is conditional and must be earned. The new truth we need to embrace is this: real, healthy love is not destroyed by boundaries. It is defined by them. Expressing your true self doesn't push genuine people away. It draws them closer. This healing process is about learning to say yes to yourself, perhaps for the first time. It means giving yourself permission to be imperfect, to have needs, and to take up space. It's about internalizing the profound truth that your worth is inherent. It is not, and has never been, dependent on your ability to keep everyone around you happy. Your value doesn't fluctuate based on someone else's approval. This shift in mindset is the foundation upon which you can start to build a new way of being in the world. It's a slow, deliberate turning inward, listening to that quiet voice you've silenced for so long and starting to trust what it has to say. Now, let's talk about the practical side of this, setting boundaries. For a recovering people pleaser, this can feel like the scariest thing in the world. Your body might go into fight or flight mode. Your mind will scream, they're going to be so angry, they're going to hate me. And honestly, at first, it will feel incredibly difficult. You might feel selfish, guilty, or just plain mean. That's the old programming kicking in. It's crucial to remember that these feelings are just echoes from the past. A boundary is not a wall to push people away. It's a line that says, this is me, and this is where I end and you begin. I respect myself, and I respect you. Start small. You don't have to go from being a yes person to a no person overnight. Maybe you start by saying, let me think about that and get back to you, instead of an immediate yes. Or maybe you decline a small social invitation you don't have the energy for. Each time you honor your own needs, no matter how small, you are casting a vote for your own well-being. You are teaching yourself on a neurological level that it is safe to have boundaries. And you might be surprised. Some people may push back, and that's an important signal. But many others, the ones who truly respect you, will adapt. In doing so, you begin building relationships based not on obligation, but on authentic, mutual respect. The ultimate goal here is not to become selfish or unkind. It's the opposite. The goal is to free your kindness from the grip of fear. When you are kind because you feel you have to be, it's tinged with resentment and anxiety. But when you choose to be kind from a place of authenticity and genuine desire, your generosity becomes a true gift, given freely and joyfully. By setting boundaries and honoring your true self, you stop performing and start living. You create space for the right people to enter your life. People who love and celebrate you more for who you are, not for what you can do for them. You begin to build a life that feels not just pleasant to others, but deeply, truly good to you. This journey is not easy, and it takes time, patience, and a whole lot of courage. But reclaiming yourself is the most rewarding work you will ever do. You deserve to be seen, heard, and loved for exactly who you are. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. If this resonated with you, please consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel for more content on personal growth and authentic living. I'd love to hear your thoughts or experiences in the comments below. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next video.